Hello all. As I already told you that in the previous video, I'll make a separate video on the wildlife of Telangana. Today I'm here with you with wildlife of Telangana topic. Wildlife. What is wildlife? Wildlife includes both the animals and plants which belongs to the top of the wild species. So the concept of wildlife conservation is also called as wildlife protection was given or started by the Emperor Ashoka in India. Here, the national policy for wildlife conservation, that is 1970, you had to remember these years, and the National Wildlife Protection Act 1972. According to these two, the conservation of the wildlife or the protection of the wildlife became intense in India as well as in Telangana. Here, the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and tiger reserves of Telangana accounts for 4.98% of the total geographical area of the state. That is, the total geographical area of Telangana is 1,12,077 square kilometers. Out of it, 4.98% is occupied by sanctuaries, national parks and tiger reserves. As we know that whoever have seen the previous video of mine, you can easily grasp that 24.69 percentage of the total geographical area of Telangana is occupied by forests. Then coming to the wildlife sanctuaries. In Telangana, there are total 11 wildlife sanctuaries, majorly 7, but we have to remember all the 11 wildlife sanctuaries and 2 tiger reserves. Why we are dealing the tiger reserves in a separate one is nothing but the big tiger, which is also called as a big cat, is an endangered animal species which is also recorded in the IUCN Red Data Book as endangered one. And sanctuaries, wildlife sanctuaries are 11 and national parks in Telangana are 3. What is the major difference between the sanctuaries and national parks is that in the wildlife sanctuaries, only the animal species will be protected or conserved. Whereas in case of national parks, both animal as well as the plant species are conserved or protected. So here I will explain the wildlife sanctuaries of Telangana district wise. That is first Adilabad. In Adilabad, there are 3 wildlife sanctuaries, that is Kabul Wildlife Sanctuary, Jannaram Wildlife Sanctuary and Pranahita Wildlife Sanctuary. And coming to the next district, that is Nizamabad, that is Alisagar Deer Park is located in Nizamabad. And coming to the Warangal, Etur Nagaram Wildlife Sanctuary and Pakal Wildlife Sanctuary is situated in Warangal. Next, Pocharam Sanctuary is situated at Medak. Manjira Bird Sanctuary, it is famous for it is the area which is this sanctuary is conserving the birds. It is in Sangareddy. And Kinnarasani Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Bhadradri, Kottagudem district. Shamirpet Deer Park, it is Rangareddy. And Shivaram Wildlife Sanctuary. And coming to the tiger reserves. There are 2 major tiger reserves in Telangana. This is Amrabad Tiger Reserve and Kaval Tiger Reserve. Amrabad Tiger Reserve is situated at Nallamalai Hills tracts, that is spreading over to the districts of Nagar Karnool and Nalgonda. And it is supporting more than 15 tigers which are now endangered in status. In Kaval Tiger Reserve, which is situated at Manchiryal, and it is a forest area which is continuous with Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve, which is located in Maharashtra, and Indravati Tiger Reserve, which is situated in Chhattisgarh. And it is supporting about 6 tigers at present. And I have already told there are 11 wildlife sanctuaries and 3 national parks in Telangana. That is Mahavir Harina Vanasthali National Park, which is in Hyderabad, and Vanasthalipuram, and Kasu Brahmananda Reddy National Park, I think so it is in Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad. And Mrugavani National Park, it is in Chilukuru of Moinabad Mandal of Rangareddy district. And here you have to remember it carefully that Hyderabad is the only city in the country, entire India, with 3 notified national parks. Remember it carefully. And ecotourism or tourist places in Telangana. Mainly I'll come with headings like first is waterfalls. The major waterfalls present in Telangana are Kuntala waterfall, which is in Adilabad. It is the first biggest waterfall in Telangana. And coming to the Bogatan waterfalls, it is present at Vazidu Mandal of Mulgu district. There is a newly or recently formed district from erstwhile Warangal, and it is the second biggest waterfall in Telangana. Coming to the third waterfall, that is Malalatirtham waterfall, which is at Nagar Karnool. Then fourth one is the Pochera waterfall, which is present in Nirmal district. From Nirmal is a new district from erstwhile Adilabad. Just for remembrance, I am repeating this. Pochera waterfall is a plung waterfall. It is nothing but the bed of waterfall. The base of the waterfall is made up of a granite stone. And coming to the hills, that is, there are Anantagiri hills. We know that these are situated at Vikarabad. The other name for the Anantagiri hills is the Ooty of Telangana, and the water source to the Osman Sagar as well as the Himayat Sagar projects or lakes is from Anantagiri hills. We generally know the concept the main source of water is the mountains or the hill regions. So the Anantagiri hills are the major water source for the Osman Sagar as well as the Himayat Sagar lakes. And coming to the lakes in Telangana, that is major lakes. I am dealing with only major ones, major hills, major waterfalls, major lakes, which are. And Laknavaram Lake, it is present in Govindraopet Mandal of Warangal district. And Pakal Lake, it is also in Warangal. It is constructed by the Kakatiya king, that is Ganapati Deva. We all know that going back to the history of Telangana, the Telangana was ruled by Shatavahana dynasty, followed by Ikshvakus, followed by Kakatiya dynasty. And coming to the finally forest, that is Mallaram forest, which is situated in Nizamabad. A mushroom shaped rock is seen in this, which is a speciality of this Mallaram forest. Thank you all. I'll come up with a new video in the next one. Bye.